What up, everybody? It's 11:11. My name's Thurston, and I'm going to be taking you behind the beat of our first single, Worth It.
This isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. No, this isn't worth it. Pull me apart. This isn't worth it.
So to give some background, a year ago, my girlfriend was involved in a really bad accident that left her unable to walk for a few months. She was actually in the hospital when we wrote this song, and it was the first song that I had written since the accident. Yeah, it was a very hard, emotional, crazy fucking time in my life, and this is what came out of it. So I was listening to this band, Silverstein, that's this really cool post-hardcore band. They have this album called This Is How the Wind Shifts, and they have two songs on there, This Is How and The Wind Shifts, and when you stack them over each other, it makes one song. So we went into this process thinking, okay, let's do a guy's perspective, a girl's perspective, and then we'll do a full song with everything stacked on top of each other. So we kept that theme, and we explained it a little bit more in our lyric breakdown. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out right here or in the description below. Hopefully it pops up right here. We'll see. This song actually wasn't finalized until pretty late in the mixing process. So we had a bunch of pieces and parts of this song that were written, rewritten, written, rewritten. We scrapped the 3-song idea, and we eventually went into the studio, tracked every single part over just a rough instrumental, and then the rest of the song came together when I was mixing it, and it actually changed the song pretty drastically. So this song, we wanted to have almost like trapped, haunted sound. So I started the song with just a simple repeating guitar pattern that sounded kind of cyclical. Like it's just kind of repeating itself, and then I added a pitched octave because I pitch everything. And then on top of that, I added a synth that kind of just harmonized it. Like a little reverse spooky guy. I wrote almost everything on piano, just feeling it out, listening to everything, and which is pretty rare because I'm pretty lazy. But I wrote this xylophone just to give it a little bit of high end. So then for the low end, I just added, a MIDI bass that kind of just follows the pattern. Nothing too crazy. I wanted something kind of unique and different for this song, so I added this percussion loop and just ripped a really simple bell and kick underneath it. So for the chorus, I changed the drum kit completely, different kick, different snare. Wanted to give it a little bit more bounce, a little bit more movement with it, create a little pocket out of it. And then I added a pretty cool bass, kind of simple like the verse, but with a little bit more dynamic to follow the kick. And then I came up with this cool kind of synth pattern that I duplicated on either side. So I have a left side and a right side, and then a pitched version. So you can see I cut all of these up and gave them a little bit of like a reverse effect, I guess. But these turned out really cool. Almost like a horn, some kind of electronic horn. I love this synth. Going into the second chorus, I really wanted to have that xylophone be the transition piece, so I added a little harmony. I wanted to give it this cool like chime effect almost. So then to differentiate the choruses and to bring in a new element to the song as it moves along, I wrote this little lead. So I kind of wanted the guitar to get a little bit more dissonant and a little crazier throughout the post-chorus. I coupled it with this little like trot percussion right here, and that is pretty cool. And then it goes into this tappy lead. I love tapping on the guitar. That's probably like my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite way to play guitar. This synth is on the chorus, but it's a little bit more prevalent in the bridge. It's just like a lot of like really high pitched kind of, I have no clue, but I found a sample and then cut it up, and so I really liked how this highlighted the 1 and the 3 with those kind of explosive synth sounds coming in on them. So I felt like that gave it you know, a little extra rhythm in here. And then I pitched down this tappy lead too. Changed up the bass pattern a little bit. And then I brought the trot back in. Along with this kind of reverby snare that I have. So for this, I wanted to get a little bit crazier. I'm actually going to show you the MIDI of this, but I have 2 different drum kits on here, just combined them. This is going to be my bell that I have in the song. I use it a lot. It's just kind of a background noise or to help out the snare a little bit. I completely went in and just made this really fast hi-hat. I write a lot of my hi-hats trying to emulate what I think would be a metal breakdown. So as far as double kicks, I'll write that as my trap pattern just to give it a little bit more feel, and then have the kick just accentuate the bass. So I did that on this part, kept the bass rhythm from the bridge just to give it a new feel. And this is what came out. I'm going to focus on the drums here, but and then it just outros into the tapping lead, a bunch of guitars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday for new content. We're going to be dropping behind the beat for every song we do. Hope you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you again next week.